Pop quiz for you. What do bees, ants, and termites have in common with us as human animals? You would say bees, ants, termites, what they have in common is that they're insects. Or maybe they're insects that build things. But there are other living species that build things. For example, birds build nests. So what makes us so uniquely similar to bees, ants, and termites? Not only do we unite with others to build something that did not exist before, we build something together with others in service of the greater whole. Bees build hives, ants build colonies. They'll work together to move an apple piece from one side of the city to another. They communicate to one another and work together cohesively. Termites will come together and work together to knock down a whole tree. They work together in service of something greater than themselves. This has been called Hive Theory, this idea that we as human beings are wired to belong to a hive, to work together, to work with others, to come together towards something bigger than ourselves. In 2006, an article was published titled Scientists Publish Analysis of Honeybee Genome. As you may be aware, there's been a drastic push in the scientific community to map the human genome. That if we can map and understand what each of these fascinating, unique genes in our body do and how the blueprints of our genes impact us, that we can learn a lot about what makes us uniquely, amazingly, spectacularly human. And what they have found is that while we are really beautiful, amazing, and unique creatures, we're not very genetically different than a fly, or in this case, our closest animal genetic ancestor is the honeybee. In this article, they write, a high-quality draft genome sequence of the western honeybee finds that the genome is more similar to humans than any insect sequence thus far. The honeybee's social behavior make it an important model for understanding how genes regulate behavior. In particular, how they impact the brain, our central nervous system, and they map to the possibility of being able to see mental health and brain disorders from the perspective of us needing to be social creatures. We have evolved for thousands of years to be social. This incredibly social brain that we have informs us not just about something for our relationships, but also informs us around what it means to be a member of society. We humans, we're like bees. We're wired to want to come together with other bees, and not just come together to a place where we feel like we belong to a honeycomb or that we belong to a community or to a tribe, but also that we actively work towards something bigger than ourselves. Earlier in our relationship module, we talked about how belonging is intimately tied to meaning and that I matter. When I belong, I feel like what I do matters. I matter. And this is an essential part of what we know about human beings and how social we are. Thus, we're wired to connect, and we're wired to work together with other people. This could be in a family unit. This could be a work team. This could be volunteering for a community project. This could be a part of your country or nationalism, or seeing yourself as related to other human beings on planet Earth moving towards a common cause. This is genetically ingrained within us, this need to be incredibly social. And the question is when we know this, we can ask ourselves, how do we tap the potential of human beings as hive creatures? And a question for you to consider is, where is your hive? And what are you working towards that's bigger than yourself?